Happy weekend. I'm here with another winter garden update. So we had some windy weather and the hoop kind of bent towards the other one, but that's okay. They're kind of supporting each other. We'll take this off and check everything out. I did see some broccoli under there. Hopefully it hadn't died out because we had some freezes. We didn't water anything. But the sugar snap peas are coming up pretty well. We did have a couple freezes, and so, but they're doing fine. They're doing fine. And then, I forget what I planted here. I don't know if they're turnips or what. We kind of just thinned them out a little bit and moved some around since they sprouted well. And then Chris is going to go get some seeds now to plant in this area of this bed. This is where we had the tomatoes. And we've got to finish cleaning out this bed. We'll probably grab some more of those tomatoes off of here. They went through the freeze too, but they look okay. I'm surprised. There's a cluster here. So, but yeah, we're going to get these cleaned out. I don't know, this basil, the lower leaves didn't survive the frost, but the upper leaves did, where it was a little bit more condensed maybe. I don't know. And let me show you. These are the fiberglass rods here that we use for hoops. You can see they're about as wide, a little less wide as my little finger. They may be only like 1/8 inch. They're not very wide, but they are super. You can see this is really bent. They're super flexible and they're great for making little hoop houses here. We've done them in the ground and we've done the long rows. This netting is doubled, but we've had them out here for a winter garden where we did not double the netting and we had very long rows. But that garden wasn't very productive. It was the first year. And we should amend the soil. But, you know, I'll try anything, especially a free method first before I'll invest in any expensive amendments, organic amendments for a garden. So we're gonna get this planted, get this cleaned out, and get all of these covered in the hoop netting to protect our harvest, or what's coming up from deer. Squirrels have been getting in here. Look at this. They've like put these huge divots in these gardens. I had already evened that one in the back out. So we're going to get these covered, get them protected from the squirrels. I had some carrots, if you remember, I'd planted here, and there are a couple here and there coming up, but yeah, I think the squirrels foiled my plan here. So we'll be back in just a minute. I dug out some of this dirt, and Mr. Chris threw in some of the compost from our tomatoes, basil, and eggplant. And he's chopping them up now. And then we'll cover it with this mound, and then we'll move some of the dirt here, over there. And then we have about an equal amount we can throw in there. And that may conserve a little bit of soil coming up here. So, be right back. I'm going to try and grow this cabbage again. It's a Japanese cabbage. I've planted it 2 or 3 times now, and I've not had any luck. It looks like a Napa cabbage, but I am going to try that. I also have somewhere here, yeah, I have this pak choi, and I've not had any luck with it yet either. But, you know, I'm going to keep trying because, hey, it's all you got to do in life. So, let's get planting. We have chopped up all the organic material and recovered this, but it's kind of lacking over here, but I have these carrots and stuff coming up. I can see a lot more of them now. So what we're going to do is just kind of fill some of this portion of this bed. And what are we using there? We're using the Whitney Farms organic raised bed mix, and it is organic. I get this, I just found out Walmart sells this. It's about $10 a bag. I'm hoping it'll be on sale soon. But since we have, these are really high beds, as you can see. They come up to my, just about up to my hip, actually, my upper thigh, and makes gardening very easy. But we have logs and sticks and leaves and all that stuff as a base layer, so we didn't have to get so much dirt initially. But as that decomposes and makes for really good nutrients at the base, we need something up at the top as that decomposes. And it's only about 3 bags per bed. We just filled this one up, so this won't need a refill until probably winter, if that. And then these beds will top off in the summer before we plant any thing for the summer garden. So that's what we're working on today. It's time to get the gardens planted and finish putting these hoops in. Oh yeah, well, I have the hoop off over here. You can see these broccoli are coming up. I think this was, what was this, turnip? I forget. There's a little bit coming up here and there. But we'll have to water more and see what happens here. But we do have some growth there. But yeah, time to get to watering now that we're over these freezes here. And look at that. How the acorn. These darn squirrels are putting everything in here. All right, back to work. Okay, I have the first 2 rows planted. I planted, here is the cabbage, Japanese cabbage, and here's the pak choi. Here, I think I'm going to plant these cilantro next. Okay, so as I said, we put cilantro here in this bed. And here I decided, because I have collard greens, I think is what I planted here. Besides the peas that are coming up. I just planted some butter crunch lettuce, which I love it, but I just don't like to pay the grocery store price. And I did have success with that lettuce coming up last year, but I didn't put netting over it, so it got eaten by bugs pretty badly. I was able to eat a little bit of it, but not much. So, but it was way better than even the store. So I highly recommend Butter Crunch if you're looking for any lettuces to plant. And we're going to get this covered now that it's totally planted and get to work on the next bed. All right, so here I planted some little kind of collard greens, I think, on this row, just to the left of the carrots here. And here I planted Swiss chard. I'm going to plant some more Butter Crunch lettuce here. And then Chris is going to plant some, it's like a dwarf kale here. So that should be good for salads, chips. I don't know about chips. They may be too thin and tender. So, but we'll see. It's the first time planting a lot of these. We've not had much luck with greens, and I'm thinking about buying one of those vertical gardens. There's one, it's kind of pricey. Maybe Santa will bring it to me for Christmas, even though we really don't do Christmas, so Santa could bring it at any time. And I would have that vertical garden for some of my leafy greens. It's on Amazon. I forget the name of it, but I like it because unlike some of the cheap Chinese brands, number one, it's a food grade plastic that it's made of, and it has a watering system where you just water from the top and it evenly distributes water throughout the vertical garden, where the other ones, that's not the case. It also comes with a spinner made to fit the garden that can handle like a double decker, almost 6-foot vertical, where you can stack them. And it has a little thing where it has a hose at the bottom. So if it overwaters and overflows on the, in case that you overwater it, there is an overflow area and a hose that you can get that water out of the little stand without damaging any plants or having it sit there and mold or whatever. So, extra feature. I think that cost on its own about $50, but it can hold up to 600 pounds or something, and it's on wheels so you can move it around, which I like as well. So, but we'll see. That may be up and coming. Like I said, I need to invest in another garden box here. I have 2 cedar 2x4s, which is enough for three of these 2x4s on each side. But obviously I need more than that because I have 4 on each side and then 3 on the ends. And then of course the 4x4s and the cedar fence rail that I used because it was cheap at $1 and change during the height of the pandemic and everything. So it'll be interesting to see what wood prices are now that I'm ready to do this other bed. So let me finish this up and we'll be back to show you the final progress we've had. All right, and it is done. It is done. All we need to do is build another garden bed here because I love the butternut squash and I love these vertical capabilities here. So yeah, we need to get on it. So I hope y'all are having a great weekend. Have a great upcoming week and we will see you later.